All rise. Support Court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1073, Ellison case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Ellison?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm divorced from the person that didn't show up.
I see that.
Yes, and I'm here to ask the court for more spousal support. I've went part-time on my job. I'm no longer working full-time. I've lost money. And the man's done nothing but cause me trouble since we've been divorced. He does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Okay.
And I deserve more money with all this harassment. Plus, I want a restraining order against him. This has to stop. My nerves are on edge. Can't take much more of it. But I think $100...
All right. Buckle up. We're diving into a courtroom case where emotions are high and the stakes even higher. Miss Ellison, a woman who's been struggling with financial woes after her divorce, is asking the court for more spousal support. But her ex-husband, a wealthy CEO, isn't exactly jumping to pay up. In fact, he's not even in the courtroom today. As we hear her plea, we're about to witness a tense confrontation where legal standards and raw emotions collide. Will she get the support she desperately needs, or will her case be dismissed? Stay tuned because things are about to get interesting.
Would be fair with all the, the headaches he's given me and everything like that.
You think it'll be fair?
Yes, I've left him alone. I don't go around him. It's him doing the harassing.
Okay. How long ago did you all get divorced?
It's been almost 2 years now.
Okay.
He just won't let go.
What is he doing to harass you?
Like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, drives around the house blowing his horn at all hours of the morning. He comes down to my work unannounced, goes right into where I'm working at and wants to argue with me in front of co-workers. I mean, I could be fired for that. I mean,
Have
it's totally
you ever
ridiculous.
tried to call the police on him?
Well, by the time they get there, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, they've never caught him actually doing anything.
Okay.
He knows not to get caught, but I need a restraining order. That's the only thing that's really going to, I think, keep him away from me.
Okay.
And he found out
I
about,
don't do restraining orders in this court. You can go to another court and definitely request a restraining order, and I believe that's something you can do at your local police department.
Now, this is where things get heated. Miss Ellison argues she deserves an extra $100 a week in spousal support. She claimed her wages have dropped. She's working part-time and life's been tough. But here's the catch. She's not exactly strapped for cash. She's still got a roof over her head, a car that's paid off, and no major debts. Her expenses haven't changed much since the divorce. But the real twist here is the mention of her ex-husband's raises every year. His raking in money while she struggles to make ends meet. The judge, though, isn't swayed by her emotional plea. Could there be more to this story that we're not seeing?
Now I can, if you qualify, obviously, for an increase in spousal maintenance, that is something that I can entertain. So let's talk about that. You said you believe $100, an extra $100 a week is fair.
Yes.
Why do you believe that's fair?
Well, like I said, my wages have went down. I'm only working part-time now. We're doing layoffs and things like that. So
you said your wages?
Yeah, my wages.
Okay.
Are going down, and his are going up because he still gets those 2 raises every year. He's been with that company forever. And he makes good money. I don't make half of what he's making. And it's been really tough. I raised his children. I entertained his friends. I kept the house clean. I did everything that a good wife does. I think I deserve that extra $100 a week, and he can certainly afford it.
What does he do for a living?
He's a CEO for an oil company.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes really good money, bonuses and all that stuff. I mean, he's just raking it in.
How much is your spousal maintenance right now?
The spousal maintenance, it's about $325 a week maybe.
Okay.
He doesn't pay on time either. It's not always on time. So he is late on that. I think that should be a penalty right there. He shouldn't be late.
Okay. What type of expenses do you have?
Well, I have rent. I'm still making the payments on the house. We before we got divorced, we had it redecorated, carpet paneling on the outside, siding on the outside, all kinds of different things were added to it. And I'm making the payments on that still. I still got another 5 years for all those payments to be paid off. And then, I got food. My car's paid off, but, gasoline's expensive, the upkeep of the car, things like that, electric bills, water, everything like that. Not to mention entertainment. You Can't expect me to sit around the house and watch TV all the time. I mean, I go out from time to time, you know, that takes money.
Now, when you all were divorced 2 years ago,
As we dive deeper, the tension builds. Miss Ellison paints a picture of hardship, her job's low pay, rising gasoline prices, and the upkeep of her house. But here's where the plot thickens. When they divorced, she got a hefty chunk of her ex-husband's 401, around $250,000. With that kind of financial cushion, it's hard to argue she's in desperate need of an increase in spousal support. The judge calls it out, stating that if everyone who saw their ex's wages increase came to court for more support, the system would be flooded. It's a tough truth. Is she really as financially struggling as she claims?
were you awarded the home?
Yes, I was awarded the home. And he fought me on that, but I won it.
Okay. So you were awarded the home. You don't have a lot of payments left on it.
No.
So I guess I'm confused as to why you're here, because you haven't said anything that will warrant an increase in your maintenance.
Well, I went down on hours from work. I mean, that's a financial burden.
Well,
And-
okay, so you went down
Yeah,
on
my
hours.
boss did. My boss did. I didn't do it. My boss made me take less hours.
Right, but nothing has really changed with a lot of your expenses. You said you don't have a car note. You have a little bit left on your home to pay off. Sounds like you're mainly paying utilities and then a mortgage.
And the insurance for the car, I mean, the insurance is always expensive. Gasoline prices always going up.
Right, but you had those expenses at the time that you were divorced, correct?
Yes.
When you all were divorced, did he have a 401k in existence? And this is Texas, which is a community property state, so I'm assuming you at least got 50% of that.
Yes, I did, but
Yes,
I don't think
no,
that
ma'am.
should be taken into consideration.
No, ma'am. It was taken into consideration the first time you received spousal maintenance. You can't have me take it into consideration again. That's not fair, and it's definitely not the law.
His 2 raises every year. I don't get raises. My job's a very poor paying job. I'm uneducated. I mean, I'm not, you know, my age, I'm not going to find much now. I have to stay where I'm at. I feel like I'm trapped in this life.
And Miss Ellison, I feel like you came here to waste my time because I cannot.
Here's where the drama really hits. Miss Ellison's case hinges on the idea that her ex-husband's raises justify a request for more money. But what's overlooked is the fact that she had already been awarded half of his 401, a generous sum. The judge is quick to shut this down, pointing out that her expenses didn't change significantly after the divorce and even went down. There's a powerful moment here where the judge says, if that were the standard, then everyone would be coming to court asking for more. It's a clear reminder that the legal system isn't about personal feelings, but about tangible legal justifications. So, is it fair to expect more when your circumstances haven't really changed?
Increase in spousal maintenance
$50
just because
a
you're
week?
asking for it. No, ma'am.
25?
Even $5. The answer is no. So is there anything else that you needed from me here today? Because I cannot grant you spousal maintenance just because he's made an increase from his wages.
Well,
If that were the standard, then everyone would come in court asking for an increase.
people.
And now the final blow after some back and forth. The judge dismisses the case, firmly stating that Miss Ellison simply doesn't qualify for an increase in spousal support. Her request is based on the idea that her ex-husband's raises should be a factor, but the court isn't having it. She's left with nothing more than a reminder that in the world of spousal support, financial reality trumps emotional hardship. It's a gut punch moment for anyone who's ever felt the weight of an unjust divorce settlement. But what do you think? Should the court have been more sympathetic? Or did Miss Ellison simply ask for too much?
Well,
Women
and
living on their own, I mean, that's hard.
Let me ask you this question. When you all were divorced and you received half of his 401k, how much was that?
It was a nice piece,
Okay, what's a nice piece? Give me a number.
about $250,000.
Okay, well, you know what? If there's nothing further, your case is dismissed and so are you. Thank you.
Case is dismissed, but there's so much to unpack here. Miss Ellison's emotional appeal fell flat in the eyes of the law as she couldn't show a substantial change in her financial circumstances. The judge's decision to deny the request for more spousal support is a reminder that the court looks at facts, not feelings. If this case shocked you like it did us, don't forget to like, drop your thoughts below, and hit subscribe for more explosive courtroom drama.
Judge Vanderby, I wanted to go over what you all witnessed in the Ellison case. So ex-wife in this case, she was wanting an increase in her spousal maintenance. Well, if you're going to come to court and ask for an increase in spousal maintenance, there are a number of things that you have to show. If you remember, we talked previously about spousal maintenance and the things that you needed to show in terms of the factors to even qualify. It works the same way when you're asking for a modification of that. What do you all hear? She was talking about her job, cut her wages, cut the time that she would have to be at work, although husband made this money, but nothing really changed in terms of her expenses. Her expenses actually decreased because she inherited a lot of money when she and her ex-husband divorced. Therefore, she didn't qualify for an increase in a modification of her spousal support, which is why her case was dismissed.